Hi guys and welcome to Moving Data Technology. I'm Ifoma. In today's class, I'll be going over the where statement in SQL. In the previous classes, we worked on how to create a database, how to create a table, how to insert values into the table. We also looked at the select statement and the from statement. But today we'll be walking through the where statement. What do we understand by where statement, or what does where statement do? Where statement helps us to limit the amount of data and specifies what data you want to return. You can also say that where filters data based on specific conditions, or you can say it helps you to narrow down your data to only the relevant records needed by you. Before we start, we'll be looking at few concepts of where. So what are the few concepts of where? We have the equals to, the less than, greater than. We have the greater than, less than together. We have the and, the or, the like, the no, the not know, and the in. So without wasting much of your time, let's look at our database. Before we can retrieve any information from any database, we have to activate it. And the database we want to use is Bookie, so we need to activate it by double clicking on it. And these are the tables inside this Bookie database. We have the customers, the export, we have the product. We are going to be working with the customers table, and these are the columns in the customers. So let's see what we have inside this customers table. Let's select and execute. These are what we have, and we want to retrieve information from it. To retrieve information, we have to use the where clause. We say where, let's retrieve information with this equal sign, which means we want to retrieve information about a particular customer. So we say where last name, that single quotes, where last name equals to Ola, we put the single quotes, because where last name equals to Ola, so that equal sign will fish out only Ola. So we can also say where, we can also say where first name, you can also say, do something like this. You can also say where first name, let's say where first name equals to Zikora. Also do something like this. So once you want to fetch out a particular customer, a particular row, use equals. It can be state, it can be gender, it depends on what you want to fish out. So that is that for equal sign. Then let's look at this greater than and less than joined together, because it also means not equals to. Now you want to fish out only Zikora. Now I want to see all the informations in my table, and now I want to see everybody, but I want to exclude Zikora. Then I will now use greater than and less than joined together. What does this mean? It means not equals to. That is to say, I don't want to see Zikora, but I want to see every other customers. So you see, if you notice, Zikora is not here, but in our real data, let's return to our main data. Zikora, this is Zikora. So this means I don't want to see Zikora. Let's return the results again. Zikora is not here. So let's move to the third one, the less than. The less than mostly is used for numbers. So, and in this our table, we have columns with numbers, which is age and point. So let's say where age is less than 35, where age is less than 35. See, no single quote because it is a number. So you can, these are the people that are less than 35. It didn't include that 35, but if I want it to include people that are also 35, I'll say less than and equals to 35. So let's select and execute. It's showing us people that are less than 35 and also 35. The same thing applies to greater than. We can say, let's see people that are greater than and equals to 35. These are people that are greater than and equals to 25. So if we remove this equal sign, it will give us only people that are greater than 35 years of age. Now let's look at the and operator. What does and does? And helps us to combine multiple conditions in a where statement. Returns true value if all the conditions are met. It helps us to combine, but also returns true if all the conditions, because that and is going to give us another condition. Let's, with an example, you understand it better. Let's say where age is greater than where age is greater than 30 and gender gender equals to male. What does this statement mean? It means that I want to see customers. Okay, let's return our data set as it's supposed to be. So this is the condition now. I want customers that their age are greater than 30 and are only male. So and the true we return true if the two conditions are met. So let's select and execute. Now it's telling us all these people, they are greater than 35 and they are males. So now that takes us to all. If it's all will return at least one condition. Once one condition is met, it will return informations for you. So let's use all. Let's use all. So this is age greater than 30. What does this mean? We are saying that please return people that are greater than 30 or gender male. So all now will return a true if at least one condition is met. But you see, and returns true when both conditions are met. The ages are above 30 and the genders are male. But watch out for all. All now is going to return people that are greater than 30, but because it didn't meet the second requirement doesn't mean it will not return a result. See, it returned, the first one met the criterias. They are above 30, but male and female are included. So all usually returns true if at least one condition is met. That's the difference between or and. Let's quickly look at the like. This like now, it is used with wildcards. You know what a wildcard is? Wildcard is when you use your shift 5, you will see like a percentage sign. It is used to search for a specific pattern in a column. For example, we want to look for everybody whose last name starts with O. So we use like. So we say where last name, say where last name like, use your single quote, where last name equals to O, then you put your wildcards shift 5, you get your wildcard, then you put your single quote, then let's select it and execute, because this question is everybody whose first name or last name starts with O. So these are the people who their last name starts with O. So even if you want to do for whose last name ends with O, remove the wildcard, place it in front, use your shift 5 again. So it's only this Dio that last name ends with O. So but if we don't know where the O is, we can use the wildcard front and back. You use your shift 8 to help us search. You can use it for any alphabet number. So for the last name, these are people that O contains, whether at the beginning or at the end of their last name. See, Ola starts with O, Dayo ends with O, Olu starts with O. So that is what like does for us. So let's look at null. Let's return our complete data sets under column. These are all our data sets. We don't have a null value here. Null means that there is nothing in the cell or in the column or in the row. But for the purpose of teaching, let's see what it will return to us. Where, okay, let's see where first name, where first name, where first, where first name is null. Let's see what it will return. This is our full, it will return nothing because we don't have missing values or we don't have a null value. No, null value means when the row or column or the cell does not value. So let's execute. So it's returning nothing. Then the last one is not null. You know what a not null means? Not null means that it is required. That is to say, there is something in all the column. The column is required. So, but for it to work for us because we have a complete data set in the customer table C, we are returning a not null. So let's look at the last one, which is the in, which is the in. In now, how do we use in? You know, we said where first name, where first name equals Cora. So equals fetches out a particular information of a single customer. So when we return this now, execute, you see information about Zikora. But if I want to get information about 2 or 3 more customers, not only Zikora, I cannot use equal sign. So now we use in. What does in for us? You say where first name in, you open a bracket, use your quote, you say Zikora. Make sure the spelling is correct. Zikora. You use this, you put a comma. Which other name do I want to include? We put it, we say Lola. So let's assume I just want only these 2 people. You select and execute. So it's going to return information that has to do with Zikora and Ola. Then let's go back to our complete data. This is Lola, this is Zikora. So if we decide to include Ifi, we come here, just keep adding a comma. Just add a comma. Let's include Ifi. I want to see these 3 people, their details. So that is the job of in. So in today's class, we're able to look at the equal sign, the greater than, the less than, the not equal to, which is the opposite of equal sign. We look at the and operator, the or, we look at the like, we look at the no, not, no, in. In our next video, we'll be looking at order by and limits. Thank you for coming to class. Bye.